Hello Capricorn gang, Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. My name's Annie. We're going to read your tarot cards here. This is going to be your April monthly tarot reading. So that means we're going to read for it all the topics. We're going to do love, relationships, maybe things about friends or family might shine through. And then we'll also do sort of the topic of money, career, finances, financial wealth, things of that sort. So stick around for both if they interest you. If not, you can hop around. Please remember these are general readings, so not every single message may resonate for you at this time, or at all, possibly. It's up to you to use your intuition and your discernment to take away only the messages that resonate and fit your life, that seem to make sense. Do be open to the messages making sense in the future. You may choose to revisit this video later. Frequently, tarot works that way. So again, just be open to that. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. This is optional advice or guidance, so let's try and have some fun and get you some insightful messages if we can. All right. Oh my gosh, all the people showing up. Let's see. Someone has your back, but you don't realize it. There's an ally or a, I actually kind of heard scapegoat, but I don't know if I don't really think that's the correct term for it, but it's like someone's going to rescue you or save the day just in time. And it might even be something very simple, like at work, like you forget something and somebody has like an extra copy of it or something like that. I don't know why that's coming through, but that's the first message I got is, someone has your back, and it's like when you think everything's coming to a screeching halt, it is able to progress and continue, maybe with a little bit of aggravation, maybe with like a little bit of tension, or it's more of it like an internal, like really sweating it out, but you're going to be fine. You're going to make it to the finish line. There's going to be small annoyances and obstacles in the coming months, and even planetary-wise, that makes sense to me, right? We're in Aries season. Aries is another cardinal sign, cardinal fire, whereas you, Capricorns watching this, if your sun is in Capricorn anyway, you would identify as cardinal earth. So again, there can be a little bit of tension or a little bit of butting heads. Let's see here. And that might even be in a family dynamic as well. For those who are dating, you might feel like there's someone who isn't endorsing or supporting your partner. I suppose that could be true in a business dynamic too. It's almost like your boss is wanting to keep you, but they're wanting to like, I don't know if it's lay off your partner or demote them or something, but I don't know, in some area of your life, Capricorn, you seem to come with some sort of team dynamic. Like there's two of you, and yet someone's being like, someone's being canceled by like the head honcho, the authority figure, who's ever in charge. This could also be you because it is a Capricorn card. And I'm not necessarily saying the person saying, halt who goes there, like, this person shall not pass, whatever this thing is. The boss or the authority figure isn't necessarily wrong. It could just mean that, there's only room for one, and so they have to pick or choose. Let's find out a little bit more about this. And again, if it's not at work, you may have a parent or a sibling who doesn't approve of your partner. And they're really giving you a lot of pushback on, you should reconsider, and I don't get a good vibe, and They have a lot to say about the matter, even if you're like, shh, I don't want to hear it. That's not going to stop them. They're very persistent. So what is the reasoning here that somebody in the situation is blocked? And maybe it's you might be dealing with, an in-law who isn't particularly fond of you, or you're just having some sort of tiff or quarrel. I don't know what it is. They think someone lacks stability or lacks vision of the future. I almost get the idea of very kind of like Pisces, dreamy, creative, mystical, spiritual energy. Words that get me really jazzed and excited because I have a lot of water in my chart, right? But I get it to someone who's very like earthly and practical and tangible and matter of fact, and you have to be responsible and business savvy. This person is too other to them. That I don't necessarily agree with, because I think with the devil, no matter who or whatever is involved here, it could indicate that this person just simply doesn't understand this person's background. It could be their family upbringing or a religious upbringing that is very foreign in nature. And so their first reaction is to fear it or reject it or to want to distance themselves from it. I think with a little bit of compassion and open-mindedness, this person would come to see that, I don't know, I'm almost getting like they're writing them off as too flaky or out of touch with reality. But ironically, water and earth can be quite compatible. So whether it's romantic or not, I think this person does actually bring something of substance to the table, but it comes in a very out of the box way, or it's very untraditional to what this person knows. If I don't know, they're being very conservative on who or what they're willing to accept in their life. But I mean, it's showing up with 10 of Cups. So again, it could be someone who lacks vision of the future because they're in kind of like this confused state. But I will say this person has a lot of avenues for opportunity that could lead to big success. So is this person being impatient? Is this person being too judgmental? This might involve a Gemini, but it doesn't have to. Or again, a Pisces. This person may also have very strong reservations because of their family background. It's almost like they're being... I don't know. I would remind this person, it's like you don't choose your family. Sometimes you grow up and your sibling goes a very different way. And, for some of you, it's almost like you're with someone who has kind of like an embarrassing past because of an association with a family member. It's like, I don't know, it's like their uncle was into money laundering or something like that. And it made enough like interesting like media, press, news where this person knows. And so they're very like hesitant to go into any sort of partnership or businessship or relationship, be it friendship or familial relationship with this person. This is a very unusual story, you guys. I do understand, maybe have reservations on something to do with allowing this person a lot of say in the financial matters, because that might be an area where they lack experience. So I do understand that. I don't know if rejecting them entirely is a solid advice or guidance. I don't know. Tell me a little bit more. Something involving the law, something in their history. There's questions involving the law or possibly mental health. That could be too. This person could be like a creative visionary, but they have like severe anxiety because, I mean, those two things really do go hand in hand. A lot of the greatest artists, right? You look into their past and, they have a lot of emotional problems or mental instability because, to be open to receive that kind of creative energy from the divine or whatever you want to call it, there's sacrifices or there's compromises. I also get the idea that this person may have a family member who has severe mental health issues. It could possibly a mother who's like a shut-in or something of the sort. Or again, it may have to do with breaking the law or like a prison. Metaphorically, this is more of like a mental prison, but feeling trapped. Again, if it's like a marriage of families, this person is like, they're not about this person's past, whatever it is. Yeah, there could have been embezzlement or stealing or laundering money or something a little bit shady. But the thing is, it's by association. I don't think it's your person if this is your romantic prospect. I know I'm confusing some of you. Obviously, this won't be everyone's message, but parts of this story may resonate for you in some area of your life. Others of you may be feeling this way about your siblings' romantic prospect. You're not into it. You think they're flaky or weird, or you have trouble communicating with them. It seems like they tend to run from conflict or situation. Yeah, that's important. Yeah, again, I keep getting stuff with family. Some unusual dynamic with a mother. A overly possessive mother or an overly controlling family member. Again, this may also have to do with the rejection of a romantic prospect. This could also have to do with if your parent is dating someone new, you may have a strong aversion to them and be very suspicious of their history and their past. I don't really know what to tell you here, because I don't necessarily know if this person will change their mind. I would say if this is someone who's external to the romantic couple and you're in the couple and you love this person and you know truly who they are, and you're not sensing this like suspicion because they've been open and transparent with you about whatever their past, their family, whatever. I guess I would try and combat this stubborn, controlling energy with compassion, that they simply are not open-minded enough to opening themselves up to understand, to learn from this person and hear their stories. There is a very shut off, closed energy that I don't particularly like. If it's career related, I struggle with that a little bit, because ultimately you can't change your boss's mind, right? It is what it is. And unless you're the boss, which is very possible. I do see someone really struggling to allow something, or to let it in, or to have some sort of negotiation or peace agreement. I think that is very stuck right now. I don't see that changing in the near future. So that just might be a battle that you don't win, or the idea of like choose your battles, right? Is it worth spending all this energy trying to convince somebody else of something you already know to be true? And it's like, well, then just live blissfully, right? Haters gonna hate, block out the negative energy, commit to what you believe in. And you don't need to take on other people's beliefs and preaching as your own truths. I don't have to tell you this, Capricorn, but like, have a mind of your own. Don't be susceptible to other people's influence, especially if it's not coming from a good place. It would be different if it was the opposite, of someone's trying to convince you of, give this person a chance and blah, blah, blah. This person's just not having it. And again, the scenario is going to be more complicated for different people out there, but maybe this person was given a chance and they blew that chance, and now they're coming back again with, trying to make it better. And again, I think someone's crossed a line here. I just think they're done with that. This might be a romantic partnership where you never fully have the approval of one or both parents. There might just be that awkward gap. And in my humble opinion, what a shame. What a shame that, just because you don't like someone or don't understand someone or don't relate to their past, that you're gonna, throw up the defensive and be like, well, I'm not gonna talk to them. Like, that just seems kind of immature and again, closed-minded to me. For some of you, it's like religious factors may play into this as well. Yeah, I heard my phone ding. So anyway, that feels stuck. If it's your message and it's all resonating and you need more, maybe book a personal, because I don't want to spend too much more time on that. I would say distance yourself from this, and if it's something you're hoping to repair or bring peace to in the future, maybe put it on the shelf for a bit, because I think some time and distance away from this, maybe this person will come to realize that if they don't, greet you guys with open arms, then you're not going to be in their life anymore. Like, you're picking up and moving, and I don't think they want that either. I think they want, in a sense, to control you a little bit, or to have you as their, I'm sort of hearing the word like possession, like you're mine and this person can't have you. Again, this could be a mother or a father who has really bad like jealousy issues or control issues, or, no one's ever going to be good enough for my child and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's a weird dynamic. It's a very weird dynamic here. But hey, we all have family drama, right? No one's perfect. So don't beat yourself up about it. And be honest with yourself. Where in your life are you being closed-minded? Where are you not giving people chances where it's like, guilty until proven innocent? Maybe it needs to be the opposite. Maybe this person really just needs someone to take a chance on them. In fact, I could see this as someone who has had some indiscretions with the law, trying to find their place in the world very optimistically. I just want someone to take a chance on me. I'm putting myself on the line. But facing a lot of rejections in the career world, because it's like no one will take a chance on them. And I will say, for some of you, if you operate out of compassion and love and openness, you might be that person to give them a chance. Or if it's not you physically taking them on board on your team, you might be putting their name in, or tossing their name in the hat, or giving them a recommendation, or, giving them the name of someone to email. You may actually step in and be almost like a guardian angel in this person's life to help them in ways where they haven't been helped by their own family. This person, I don't know why, with these cards, I almost get they've been a victim of circumstance. It's like their legacy or family name is what they have going against them. But again, they didn't choose that. It was, they're related by blood, but it doesn't mean they're anything like their family or whatever. Anyway, all right, moving on. I know that was a long one, guys. Anyone still there? All right. Let's see. So there's a fire sign who's coming at you with a very important message. It might be a heated message. Is it good or bad? It's good. There's actually very positive news coming to you about money and finances. There may have been some delay in anticipation, but it starts to pick up rather quickly in Aries season. So there is positive news about money, and possibly getting money back that it could have something to do with like your taxes or a refund or money that was in flux and there was a lot of uncertainty if you were ever going to get it back, or if it was lost, or I don't know what that is, but there's positive news regarding money, and it resets, it recalibrates. There's like peace of mind regarding some important news about money. Some of you are going to embark on some new course of study or find some sort of educator or mentor to help polish up your skills or brush up your knowledge. Some of you are pursuing some sort of new degree. Some of you are going to be asked / forced to step into some role as mentor or trainer to another. You might be in a supervisor role at work, and more or less you're going to end up being the teacher as they bring new people on board. You might not have asked for that. You might not be super stoked about it, but I do think you're going to crush it. I think you're going to do a very good job, because there's something about you have been entrusted with this responsibility because you're very thorough, because you always do it right. So it's like they want the newbies, or however you want to say it, to learn from the best, and that's you, Capricorn. So you see it as an extra burden and responsibility, but they see it as well, you should take it as a compliment, is what I'm trying to say. And I know some of you are like, yeah, whatever. But it's true. It's like management or supervisors or whoever this is, they're choosing you to do that extra thing. I don't know if it's give a presentation or teach something or give the lecture or create the document, send the important email, draft the thing, whatever it is, it's extra work on your plate. But it's peace of mind for your boss because they know it's going to be done right. But yeah, you don't want to do it. I don't know why. What's the deal here? You do not seem stoked about it, and that's double confirmed with this for me. Because this has been an aggravated relationship. I see this is a relationship that needs healing brought to it. So you may have had an agitated relationship with a boss or a point of authority, or maybe it's just a coworker and you feel like you got not volunteered, but like voluntold, like you don't really have a choice. You're being stepped up to do this important thing. Some of you feel like you got thrown under the bus, like you didn't want to do this, but for some of you, it's really unusual. Like a friend nominated you because they thought you would be good at it, and you're like, thanks a lot. There's an awkward dynamic here among people, but you have very important knowledge to spread. So why are you keeping it to yourself? I'm rewatching Stranger Things, and that quote that from Dustin comes to mind. It's like, why are you keeping the door of curiosity locked, or something like that? Something adorable like that. Gosh, this is so unusual. You're being very stubborn. I don't know if you're saying that, no, I won't do it. Money may factor into it. You may feel like you're not being paid well for this extra duty and responsibility. Then you know what you have to do. I don't, but you do. That's what the High Priestess says. Very unusual. Part of and Capricorn is not going to like this message, but part of my intuition is like, you know, that the best thing to do would be to bite your tongue, like to not agitate it and just kind of go with the flow. That's sort of what I get with High Priestess and Pisces, these very watery energies. Again, kind of a dose of this King of Cups, similar message, like, you know, the compassionate, the easygoing, the understanding. Why is that? It's like you're being asked to take one for the team one more time, even though the universe is clearly telling me, we know you don't like this. It has something to do with a major lesson or some sort of karma, but I don't know, with Temperance here, it's like easy does it. Like, just take a deep breath. Don't get all like spun out of control about this. You know, don't go off on your boss or on your coworker. I mean, I have a feeling in the long run, there'll be reward for you, but I want to get one more on this. There's definitely recognition in it for you. But some of you, I get it though. Some of you are just like, I don't want the recognition. Like, or I mean, you do, but it's like, I already have recognition. I don't want the extra stress on my plate. What is this about, Capricorn? Maybe you have some stuff going on the side, like some personal drama or dating issues, and it's like you just don't have capacity in this right now, or capacity for this right now. Yeah, you don't want to do it. Then, I mean, I guess you won't. Chariot, there's a... It's funny because my gut reaction with the High Priestess, because she's the silent woman, was bite your tongue, you know, keep it together, hold it in just this one last time. But I don't see you doing that. I see you being like, no, not going to do it. Which is very interesting because I feel like at work that's definitely going to put you in an awkward position with some people. And I'm not saying to... go against your own moral and ethical code of, you know, this person not treating you with respect. I totally get that. You'd be doing someone a favor. You'd be helping them out by doing this. Maybe this has to do with a family dynamic, you guys. You know, mother energy again. I don't know what this is. You have someone who's very vocal and possibly outspoken, and then you have this one who's really silent. You have this card of sort of like mystery and possibly illusion or not seeing things with clarity. You have someone who's just very like, nope, not going to do it. Don't even bother talking to me because I've already made my decision up. Very stubborn energy here. Also very moody energy. But again, this is a card of like word and information being spread to people, you know, sending out pamphlets or flyers or sending out emails, you know, posting things on websites. There's a lot of communication cards here, but then it comes to like a screeching halt. But these cards together are all about healing. These cards, the Three of Swords and Temperance, it's about nurturing. It's about medicine. It's about taking a breather. It's about being good to your body. It's about waiting for the dust to settle before we like go out guns a-blazing. It's like, to me, this is like take a deep breath. Some of you got difficult medical news or like something on like a medical report that's making you worry. Remember, your mind is a powerful tool. So the things you choose to believe and set and put a lot of power into, mental energy, mental power, that's what you manifest, right? So I'm not seeing with clarity what this is, but before you jump to all the scary conclusions, make sure you have clarity of actually what's being communicated to you and what is a definite versus, well, this could happen or this could happen. A lot of you, there's a fear of having to step away from work because of something medical or illness. And again, that might not be in your life. That may have to do with someone else in your life. Again, though, with the Chariot energy, I know I'm jumping around. This is a very unusual message. With the Chariot energy, it's a card of balancing your dark and light energy and blending them together. That's what Temperance represents as well. Blending fire and water, which is interesting because you definitely have fire and water as well as some air and whatnot going on here. Again, to me, this says it's like put on your game face. Like, we know you don't want to. We know it would be easier to list your grievances and complain or whatever. But I think there is quite literally victory. That's what Chariot represents in moving forward with this anyway. And I'm not saying that you should put yourself in any sort of scenario where your mental health suffers, your physical health, your emotional health, because you need to take care of your health. You know what's best for you. For the majority of you watching this, if this scenario kind of makes sense, if you're being asked or pressure's being put on you to deliver something that you're like, I don't want to, it's not my job. There's something that pays off for you by moving forward with this task, this chore, this favor. And again, mustering that strength to just bite your lip a little bit longer and complete it. And there's a victory there. It's almost like you reached the finish line with something. For some of you, there might be promotion at the end of this. Or here's the thing, because the tarot cards aren't really telling me, yeah, there is an offer of some kind. The tarot cards aren't really being clear with me. I think this act, whatever it is going to open a door later down the line that you're not anticipating, because that door, or quote unquote opportunity, it hasn't been manifested yet. It's like this is almost like a domino effect to getting a few things, knocked down or checked off the list. And then I wouldn't say immediately after this, but relatively soon after this, it opens some unexpected door that absolutely benefits you. So you're at a bit of a crossroads. Do you do the favor? Even though I will agree with you, it's probably not in your job description. It's probably not technically your responsibility, or you don't feel like you owe this person any favors because maybe they've let you down in the past. Here's the thing. You're being called to be the bigger person, Capricorn. That's what I'm going to say about that. All right. And of course, up to you what you want to do, right? This is just optional advice or guidance. Energy I'm picking up on. Let's talk about your love life, Capricorn. Any Capricorns looking for messages about love, romance? You definitely already have some family stuff coming up, so I'm going to try and aim specifically for romance this time, if the universe decides that's what needs to be heard. Capricorn's in love, looking for romantic advice or guidance. Hey, there you are. Looking good, Capricorn. Looking real good. Honestly, the first message here is like valuing yourself, and a lot of you are like, I'm good. Like, I'm going to wait for the good one to come in. Like, I'm not going to play around with these, like, immature boys or girls or whatever. I'm sort of hearing some of you guys like rejecting the idea of dating apps or something like that. It's like, I got more important things to do. I don't want to waste my time. So what are we waiting for here? The Ace of Swords, communication, and the Ace of Coins. All right, so you're waiting for new opportunities. Some of you are finally putting the past to rest. Others of you, it feels like you're waiting for someone to come around. But some of you know that they're not really looking to settle down yet. And so I don't know if they're playing the field or they might be stubborn in their, lack of desire to put a label or a title on something. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, the more I look at this person seems like a real player. This might be an entirely different storyline, though. I think this might be a separate one. Because this person, knows their value and worth. Queen of Coins, Nine of Coins, and, this is, a really brave kind of warrior Three of Wands, where it's like, whatever the universe throws at me, I got this. I'm strong. I'm standing my ground, and, I'm not just going to waver at some silly text that tries to get me all hot and bothered. You're like, nah, I'm a warrior. I'm stronger than that. You're going to have to do more than that to impress me. That's sort of how I see that. Some of you are really focused on beauty and aesthetic right now. You might be, and I never mean for this to sound condescending or telling you what to do, but I just see some of you are really focused on I'm going to do my hair a different way, or I'm going to get facial injections, or I'm going to do this. You're putting time and money, very Venus type energy, into your physical appearance and aesthetic right now. And yeah, maybe I don't know. I can only assume that's your strategy to attract a mate. So yeah, actually, I see some of you having surgery, and I do mean plastic surgery, what do you call that? Electional surgery? Is that the right word? Not for necessarily an operation, but it more has to do with getting your teeth fixed or again, facial type surgeries or reconstruction or getting your boobs done or something like that. because it has to do with some sort of childhood wound or trigger or something that you grew up with that you never liked about yourself that's been a source of sort of lacking confidence. I actually kind of like this because the way it's being relayed to me is that you're doing it for yourself. Like there isn't necessarily a prospect here yet, but it's something that you are choosing to gift to yourself because you feel as though it's going to improve your confidence or help you. I don't know. It's going to help how you see yourself. And again, I'm certainly not telling anyone to go out and change anything you don't want to or feel like, you're beautiful as is, in the universe's eyes. But I get it. Some of you are like, you know what? Like I've always been super flat chested and I don't like it. And, I'm doing it for me because I want to and I have the money and I deserve it and I love myself and that's why I'm doing it. So again, very specific, not going to be for all of you, but you're doing it with like this warrior mentality of like, I own who I am and I own my body, but that doesn't mean I don't want to improve it certain ways for me. And again, it's very aesthetically speaking. Like that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, some of you are going to, kind of the idea of going under the knife, to move forward and get away from something I don't know if it's something someone made fun of in grade school or you always had, crooked teeth that drove you crazy and maybe your parents couldn't afford braces or that's what I mean. Like there's something here where it's not completely vain and superficial, but also, who am I to judge, right? You do what you want to do. I just see that coming through for some of you. You're choosing to date yourself and love yourself and enhance your life in any way that you see fit. And good for you, right? I'm not here to stop you. Some of you have another earth sign on the horizon. A Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn might be coming into you. They may currently live at a distance, but they might be moving closer to you. So you might not know who this person is yet, or you may have connected again on like a dating app or something, or met casually. They may actually come to see you, or they might be moving closer to where you live or where you work or something like that. Anyway, so then we got like a weird player energy going on here. A Taurus or a Libra, maybe a Cancer. Yeah, they hide in shit. I don't like this energy at all. Like they have multiple suitors who they're texting and like keeping warm. This person has like a lot of rebounds in place should they need them. I think, yeah, this person they have a blocked heart chakra. This person is not in touch with sort of their internal side. It's all very overly performed and there's like this external performance of who they think they need to be in order to fit into some sort of role in society. But deep down, I don't know if they love themselves. And I know that may sound a little bit cliche, but is that someone you want to tangle with? Or, again, up to you. I wouldn't recommend it if you are a Capricorn looking for exclusivity. Or the quote unquote traditional relationship of, two people together, harmonious, whatever. I think this person will definitely tell you what you want to hear, but I think there's a lot that's hidden. I think there's a lot that's hidden from them too. There could be some sort of shocking or disturbing or hidden news that surfaces in the coming month that really changes their direction in life in terms of their dating strategy. I don't know if that's news of pregnancy or I don't know what that is, but all is not what it seems here. Again, this theme of sort of the illusion or the superficiality is coming through, but in a much more negative way in this storyline. Sorry. In fact, this a Libra may be involved here, or I'm almost getting the idea of like chit chat or shit talking, or however you want to say it. A Libra may have warned you about this person, or you overheard, I don't know why I'm getting it, you overheard like a Libra talking about this person and they were dragging this person through the mud. Not in front of them, by the way. It was like, talking behind their back. But the thing is, they were actually kind of right. So what you overheard, you may have chosen to ignore it. But come to find out, that person actually they got burned by this person. So understandably so, they were upset and you caught wind of it somehow. And so here's the thing, you actually have a leg up on this because you know something about this person that they don't think is public news yet. Just putting it out there. And if you already slept with them, I think you're going to regret it. And not in like a really serious way. Like, I think you're good. I think you're safe, get yourself checked out, in that area if you need to. But no, I mean, like, I think you're good. I think you're just like, oh my God, I should have listened to that girl in the bathroom who was talking about him or whatever. There's like, and it doesn't have to be a gender thing, guy, girl. You're just like, it almost like walk of shame, but it's like the morning after, or what's that expression? Like coyote ugly. Like I don't know, maybe there was an intoxication involved. Maybe like you both had a lot of liquor, but you wake up and you're just like, oh God, what did I do? And like, I literally see you trying to like tiptoe out of the situation. That could be a metaphor as well though. So anyway, I don't love this one. I'm just going to put that out there. I do like this one a lot, but I get why some of you might be getting a little bit frustrated because you're like, oh, but like no one's here yet. They're coming. Are you seeing this? The more you love yourself and celebrate yourself and do things for you simply because it makes you happy, you're going to attract a similar person where you guys do that for each other. You're going to want to make each other happy. You're going to endorse and support each other and want to make each other's dreams come true. Again, earth energy to me is looking really, really good here. A new earth sign may present themselves in your life, possibly an Aquarius, maybe some Virgo energy. All right, we are going to wrap it up with an oracle card because I've pulled these for everyone else, so why not? Although actually, I'm kind of feeling this deck. I feel like the universe is telling me to use this one. Moonology. Why not? We'll see what comes through, and then we'll read it in the book. So any other advice or guidance I may have missed over for Capricorn? Yes, that popped right out. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Optimism, expansion, joy, good luck. Let's see. I'm going to read it for you. Full moon in Sagittarius. This may have to do with your money too, especially for my Capricorn risings. There might be some final payout or culmination in your money. Anyway, here's what the book says. Full moon in Sagittarius. Are you thinking too much about the details of your dilemma? Fretting over minutia can be counterproductive, or perhaps you're being all talk and no action. This card is a reminder that while it's good to think things through, sometimes you need to step back and look at the bigger picture. What do you then see about your current situation? What's the most positive thought you can have about it? Now is the time to count your blessings, even if you don't yet exactly have what you want. This card is also a reminder that we also have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty on this journey called life. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe could surprise you. Attune to the moon. Take time out for a mini break or adventure. And additional meanings for this card. This situation may have come around because you've been distracted. Be confident without being overconfident to win. Have you shown that you care? If not, now is the time. And find a balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. All right, I almost called you Sagittarius. That's funny. That might be a sign in itself. There might be a Sagittarius looming in your energy. Capricorn babes, thanks for joining me today. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.